Killer robots are quickly moving from Hollywood to reality. The rapid pace that AI has evolved over the last year has shed a light on its potentially deadly military application. And without any global treaties to stop it, the Terminator might be coming sooner than you think.
In the 21st century, a weapon will be invented like no other. This weapon will be powerful, versatile, and indestructible. It can't be reasoned with. It can't be bargained with. It will feel no pity.
We're not there yet, but the Pentagon is currently racing out a fleet of autonomous drones. Russia is reportedly developing an underwater autonomous nuclear torpedo. Killer robots are coming. Is there anything that can stop a full-scale global AI arms race? Let's bring in Chris Riata, a cybersecurity expert at FCW, which covers the business of federal technology. Chris, we've seen this rapid advancement in AI technology over the last year that's upending pretty much every industry. I want to ask you how it's playing out in the military. Are we on the path to autonomous AI-powered killer robots?
Yeah. Hi, John. Look, it's certainly a timely topic with the release of ChatGPT and the seemingly daily avalanche of new AI products that are hitting the market. A lot of folks are saying that right now we are in the golden age of AI. I disagree. I think we're in the dawn of AI. I mean, this emerging technology is very much in its early days. That said, the entire world is certainly in an AI race, maybe perhaps not an AI arms race just yet, but the US National Security Committee and community writ large really wants to be the leaders in that race. But we should take a step back here because the federal government has been researching and developing AI-powered defense tech for years. I mean, you can look at the Air Force's Skyborg program, which sounds eerily similar to the Terminator's Skynet, but really it's just that military branch's efforts to create a fully autonomous drone. You have the Navy's MQ-25 program with Boeing. I mean, put simply, the federal government is already working on building AI into national security and defense tech. But the real question is whether the risks outweigh the benefits.
Well, let's talk about that, right? Because, obviously drones have become a staple of the military over the last few decades, but we're talking about autonomous weapons that are not controlled by any humans. And so let me ask you on a global scale, right now, are there any restrictions right now on the Pentagon or other countries using autonomous AI-powered weapons? Are we on the precipice of a global arms race?
Well, so to put it pretty simply here, the government is clearly behind the ball when it comes to responsible AI oversight. But there have been some calls, to pause AI for about 6 months across the world to allow for proper oversight and regulation, perhaps even some sort of an international body to begin regulating the development of AI. But that said, when I ask my sources, in the national security community, what really keeps them up at night, it's what would happen if the US were to pause while the rest of the world continued developing their AI defense tech and other sort of initiatives. I mean, I don't think anyone disagrees that AI has potential risks, especially on the battlefield. So last year, the Defense Department released its responsible artificial intelligence strategy and implementation pathway. It's this 47-page document that outlines some best practices around things like governance, developing warfighter trust, and creating a responsible AI ecosystem. But when it comes to those calls for a pause on AI developments to allow for the creation of adequate regulations and oversight domestically and abroad, Defense Department officials say there just is not that sort of time to waste.
Well, okay, on that point, we have a clip here, as you mentioned. Last week, a Pentagon official came out and said that pause, the 6-month pause, as you mentioned, is a bad idea.
Some have argued for a 6-month pause, which I personally don't advocate towards, because if we stop, guess who's not going to stop? Potential adversaries overseas.
Okay, potential adversaries overseas. I mean, he's hinting there at this arms race, right? The U.S. can't stop developing AI because we need it for its weapons. What do you think that clip and that announcement tells you about how the Pentagon sees AI right now?
That's right. That's the DoD's top chief information officer, John Sherman, there suggesting that a pause would basically be totally unrealistic to implement around the world, allowing adversaries like China, Russia, and North Korea to continue pursuing their AI initiatives. But on the other hand, many experts are also warning that unregulated AI poses major national security risks.